SMT Nation, we back. Nation, we've got an update out of Verizon. It's a big milestone. They've really put the pedal to the metal, and they've been upgrading their network at an insane pace. So I want to talk about that in this video, share kind of like the news, and then I want to show you guys something to kind of, put it all together. All right, so first of all, I will link this article in the description from Verizon News Center. Before I discuss the contents of the video, just to let you guys know, we have the SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. If you guys want to support your creators directly, that's one way you could do it. You can also become a member on the YouTube channel, as well as a Patreon supporter. Those links are all in the description. And don't forget, if you're looking for a great deal on wireless service, you can get it from our partner, mmWave. If you want to use the partner link in the description, you can get that great deal and also support our channel. All right, so the news coming out of Verizon is 5G ultra-wideband, N77, the C-band as you guys know it. Right, this is the equivalent of T-Mobile's N41 5G UC and AT&T's 5G Plus. Right, this mid-band 5G capacity layer that the carriers are all creating, using different frequencies and doing so at different paces in different places and all that. Verizon just hit their big landmark 200 million pops, or points of presence. Verizon has had the spectrum licenses since, I don't even know, about a year and a half or something. I don't know how long. Well, they went live with the N77 C-band in January of 2022. So it's been on air for about 14 months, and they've just hit the 200 million pops covered. Let's look at some other details. All right, so we got the 200 million people covered. Consumers and businesses and public safety agencies benefit from the expansion, and then the company will continue to expand its 5G ultra-wideband network, including in rural and suburban areas. So basically what they've done up to this point, folks, like 200 million pops, who that covers, that's basically all the major top 46 PEAs or markets where most people live, right? So it's easy to get to 200 million pops within, say, for example, 2 years. I think the fact that Verizon did it in just beyond 1 year, I think is incredible. I thought the T-Mobile N41 build was pretty fast. I definitely gave them their credit for that. It was really good by their standards. I think this is actually a lot faster, which is crazy. But it's a testament to their CapEx. Verizon spends a lot of money on the network. You could say a lot of things about Verizon. It is no doubt a fastly improving network with a lot of available capacity. They're doing it with multiple layers of 5G too, right? They're doing mmWave. They're doing the C-band. They're also going to be doing a lot more with cbrs moving forward. Those channels will deepen and widen, increase in capacity. This is huge, right? I think for most people, what this is going to do for them is give them a quality experience on their mobile network. Some people have seen some congestion in the past. This is an instant way to address that capacity need, right? So, obviously Verizon has a lot more spectrum that'll go on air at the end of this year. They're still early clearing markets for more spectrum too, from satellite operators. They're building their own dedicated fiber network, to run to their tower sites. They're expanding Fios a little bit, but really it's about their tower sites, right? And they're going to do everything over their wireless network. I think probably the biggest beneficiaries in this is probably the Verizon Home Internet customers. People that have been stuck with bad cable companies, explosive pricing, crappy customer experience and care. Maybe some bad infrastructure. Maybe you've had, Cox Communications like me. Maybe you've had DSL. Maybe everything's expensive and not very reliable. And now you got a legitimate option and it's holding up well for you. And the more that this builds out in terms of the parts of the country with these upgrades, the more people it reaches, it can benefit. There's business internet, there's home internet, there's all this, right? And there's more coverage to come, right? They're definitely spending the money. They're definitely doing the upgrades. It is very fast. There's more advanced networking features coming to market, more spectrum, right? It's going to get better, and this is exactly what we saw with T-Mobile as they completed the Sprint merger. They were able to create a lot of capacity, monetize the network, give people more of what they could do with that capacity, and it's been a win-win situation for all involved. The customers, the mobile network operator. It's been great. So where does this put Verizon by the end of this year? I'm guessing they probably want to try to get between about 240 and 250 million pops by the end of the year. There's obviously a lot of tower sites that are being upgraded currently right now that'll probably go on air very soon. And then they'll be upgrading more, of course, as the year goes on. Do I think they get to 240 to 250 million pops by the end of the year? I most definitely do. And then that'll put them just under 2 years of having C-band on air. An incredible feat. If Verizon was to get to, say, for example, 250 or 260 million pops by January of 2024, they would have done exactly what T-Mobile did in 3 years, right? They would do in 2 years, to show you the pace. And I thought the pace for T-Mobile was very good. But again, it goes to show you the money talks. Right? Verizon is spending $10 billion dedicated on the C-band build. Plus, they kept their CapEx for their entire network at $18 billion. Right? So that $10 billion plus the 18 over 1 year, an additional 18 from the previous year. This is huge money, and that's why they can do the fiber and own their own fiber and operate their own fiber, plus also do all of these network upgrades. You're going to be seeing small cells getting built and upgraded with C-band. You're going to see additional millimeter wave probably. Maybe it slows this year, but next year it'll reaccelerate. Who knows where they go with their fiber platform, right? Really, I think a lot of people agree with me, and there's some people who are fanboys of other carriers. But I really do think Verizon's in a good position when it comes to the network. I don't think anybody has a better plan of execution. Obviously, they have to do it, but I think when it comes to fiber, when it comes to the mobile network, that combination is just, it's phenomenal. Right? And we're going to see that manifest itself over the next year or two. People will really be enjoying this stuff. It's huge. Now, let me show you guys something. For those that stuck around for the end of the video, I want to show you how the 5G Ultra Wideband is getting built in my market. Okay, so I'm from Cleveland. You guys will see it here on the map, central on the map. And then Cleveland is within Cuyahoga County. All right, so you will see that it is all deep dark red through the entire county. It might be a handful of sites that aren't upgraded. It's basically done. Right? Those sites will be happening, of course. They're probably ongoing right now. I found at least one that's ongoing in my area. That's going to be finished here in the next couple of days. There's just a couple left in the area that I know of that need to be upgraded. And then it's on to small cells. Right, so that's going to happen. Here's Lorain County, just west of Cuyahoga. Basically done. Right, looks like it's about 90% done. If you go a little bit east, you got Lake County. That looks pretty well built too. Maybe it's about 85% completed. I don't know. Looking at how deep and dark that red is. The depth of the build, the breadth of the build is really good. They did all this in about 13 or 14 months. It's incredible, right? So as I zoom out, you'll see there still is a lot of work to do. They're not done. There are a lot of macros they got to upgrade. But don't be shocked when you look at places like Columbus and Dayton. You'll see they're all filling in really nicely, right? Medina is, got some upgrades in there. You'll see over here in Medina County. There's Pittsburgh. There's Detroit. You see that a lot of these metros are basically done, right? There's upstate New York. There's New York City on these maps. The metros are mostly done. Now it's time for the other stuff. And those tower sites are, A, very easy to get to, and then B, they're further spaced out. These metros, you got a macro every mile. Right? You got tower sites that are close. There's a lot of sites. The heavy work is mostly done, right? I mean, there's still a lot of work to do, but that's where all the density is. It's very exciting times. I'm super hyped about this. I'd like to see AT&T join in on the fun, see them fill in and accelerate their build. They kind of work more at their own pace from what I see. They really hit the track running last year in 2022, April, May, and June. And then since then, I've kind of noticed that it kind of tapered off a little bit. Their upgrade pace seems to be decent, but I think I want to see them reaccelerate it this year. I want to see them close the gap a little bit with Verizon. Because, again, they're chasing T-Mobile, right? T-Mobile's they're working on 300 million pops, 5G UC. That's the next step for them. They've got a lot of coverage. They've had 3 years to do it, right? So they're far ahead. And it's hard to close that gap, but you do it with spending. And that's what I think Verizon understands. Nobody's going to beat them in networking, folks. It's not going to happen. They spend too much. They're focused on it. It's just it's a vicious combination. When you have the focus, you're a wireless company, you're focusing on wireless, and you're spending the money and you're putting all that to the upgrades. What do you guys think of this? Everything I showed you and everything we talked about in today's video. Love to hear what you have to say on this. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for all things going on with the channel. Don't forget, you guys can support me using the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Keep the SMT caffeinated and motivated. And also the Mint Mobile link is in the description if you want to save money on your wireless. Use our partner link. Help out the channel in the process of you saving money. Big shout out to my YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making content on this channel possible. You all the goats. Thanks for all that you do. And everybody for watching. Thank you. We shall see you all in the next one. Peace.